This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, it's Carr. He's airing it out for Williams. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running. Here's A.J. Cole now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Watch out for Hill on the return. Oh, he nearly broke that one. As it stands, though, a heck of a 36-yard run back. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
On third and long, it's Mahomes. Going deep here for Watkins. And that is caught by Watkins for a Chief touchdown. Sammy Watkins. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game. That's caught.
And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. He'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 24. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, I know it goes. The instincts To the person catching the ball, because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation. It would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
I know I spend a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the draw, Richard. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
It's our time. It's our time.
They'll keep it on the ground. Richard. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Off the edge, the sack by Reggie Ragland.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner, and I don't think with 3 scores down in the 3rd quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Oakland. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Chiefs to take over. They got the victory last week. That was against Jacksonville, and they lead this one as well right now. Out in front here, they've got it 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Gonna let one fly for Robinson, and that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. But the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way. That's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear. I think it's pretty safe to say that when you're up 3 touchdowns, the last thing you want to do is hang one up there and put it in jeopardy and possibly get it intercepted. Got a nice lead. You should be able to protect.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Richard. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line. Scrimmage, absolutely nowhere to run there.
2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Now Carr. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 3 quarters in the books. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Carr. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Carr. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 25-yard line.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work. And that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a 1st down.
Carr now, 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. Carr to throw again. His throw incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Carr. It's a screen to Richard. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Again, they'll throw with Carr. And that is incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Carr to throw for it on 4th down. Got a man. It's Brown. And this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th. And we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 23. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Carl Joseph. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Carr. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
I think this one offensively, this is one where you just say, let's move on. Let's not even watch the game tapes from this one.
Yeah, you might just want to throw it in the trash, act like it was never there in the first place.
Yeah, just say we're good. I actually have heard of a coach in the past who took his team out to the practice field and ceremonially buried the game films from the prior game when they got clobbered. That was his way of putting it behind them.
Man open left side is Brown. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland 1st down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion.
53 the mic.
Carr now on 1st down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game